wasn't just a taxi, it was a winter weapon. Tuned by a ghost from the past.
But here's the hook that kept me up nights. One of these beasts is Unjust a Survivor is packing a secret upgrade that turned a cabbies' winter nightmare into pure, untouchable gold. Stick around because I'm peeling back the layers in that reveal. It's gonna hit like fresh rubber on black ice. Man, if you're new here on Gearhead Garage where we chase the ghosts in the machines, no filters, just the raw rumble of what makes a car feel alive. Pull up a stool. This ain't your polished showroom spin. It's me, elbows deep in oil stains, spilling what it's like to wake these Swedish tanks from their long nap. Picture this. Last fall, I'm up in Ontario, chasing a tip from an old cabbie buddy who swore his fleet vanished into a family barn back when shoulder pads ruled and gas was cheaper than regret. They're Volvos, he growled over a lukewarm Tim Hortons. 740s, tough as a Mountie's jaw. But don't go poking too deep some secrets, Byte. I pull up to this weathered silo of a place, tires crunching leaves like brittle bones. The door creaks open and there they are, 8 brick-red warriors, stacked like forgotten poker chips, dust veils thicker than a hangover fog. These aren't pretty. They're scarred dents from irate drunks, faded yellow TXI magnets peeling off like bad tattoos. But oh, the stories they hum. The Volvo 740, born in '82, right when the world was trading muscle for efficiency, and Sweden said, "Nah, we'll build them to last forever. No frills, just that boxy honesty that screams, I don't need to look good to get you home." I slide into the first one. A '85 wagon with seats worn smooth as river stones from a decade hauling fares through blizzards. Key in the ignition click, nothing. Wait, died. And then that purr. Not a roar, but a steady heartbeat like your grandpa's advice. Reliable, unflashy, but it'll carry you through hell. Fire it up and the 4-cylinder sings low. That red block engine 2.3 liters of pure, torque-wide grip pulling like it remembers every pothole on the 401. I ease out onto a gravel back road and damn the handling. It's not a sports car. It's a bunker on wheels. Corner it hard, and those McPherson struts bite back, body roll whispering, easy, killer, we're built for the long haul, not the hot lap. But in the wet, gold. Those front-wheel drive bones slice through, slop like a hot knife through poutine gravy. I push it up to 70, wind howling through cracks where the weather stripping gave up years ago, and it feels alive, forgiven, like the car's saying, I've seen worse than your lead foot, pal. Humor me for a sec, remember those Toronto winters? Cabbies flipping coins for shifts because their rides would cough out in the first flake. Not these. The 740's overdrive transmission, that 4-speed auto with the lock-up torque converter, it just endures. Shifts smooth as a secret handshake, sipping fuel at 25 mpg highway, even loaded with luggage and regrets. And the brakes? Servo-assisted discs up front, drums in back, nothing fancy, but they haul you down from warp without drama like a trusted dog that never yips. I hit a puddle on purpose, just to feel that ABS precursor grip weight, no ABS yet, but the weight distribution? It's poetry. Rear heavy wagon bias keeping the tail planted while the nose hunts truth. But here's where the story twists, like a hairpin in the Doane Valley. These weren't showroom queens. They were bunker bred, that cabbie. His dad ran a fleet for MCACN-eligible, not the muscle car show, but the Motor City Auto something or other club, a ragtag bunch of gearheads swapping parts under the table in the '80s. Turns out these Volvos weren't stock. Subtle mods, reinforced frames from taxi abuse, but one, suspense building like revs before a launch. I pop the hoods one by one, grease under my nails, that metallic tang hitting me like home. Stock Bosch injection on most, but number 6? This '87 sedan buried deepest, like it knew it was special. Under the airbox, a whisper of something extra, a custom chip tune from some Swedish wizard, bumping that 114 horses to a sneaky 140 with mapped ignition that laughs at -30 Celsius. Cabbies flipped for it, winter gold, they called it. Starts on the first crank every time, no block heater needed, torque peaking early, so you punch out of stops without spinning like a fool on Yon Street. I take her for a spin god, the rush. Highway merge, and it's transformed. That extra shove feels illicit, like borrowing your uncle's hidden flask. The interior? Spartan bliss velour seats hugging you like an old flannel, that iconic blue-faced dash glowing faint, warning. Lights winking like fireflies. No power seats, but who cares? The ergo is baked in, controls falling to hand like they read your mind. And the stereo? Factory blaupunkt, tinny but pure. I crank some Rush, and it vibes with the drone, turning miles into memories. Price talk sneaks in here, natural as breathing. Back in '82, these dropped at about 15 grand new pocket change now, but then? A cabbie's dream, cheaper than a Crown Vic, but twice the soul. Today? Pristine ones fetch 8 to 12K at auction, but these barn ghosts? I snagged a lot for under 20,000 total, sight unseen. Flip one stock, and you're even. But that tuned gem? Whispers say 25,000 easy to the right collector, the kind who chases Survivor stories over Chrome. Release predictions? Volvo milked the 740 run till 92, evolving the GL to GLE with fuel injection tweaks, but these early bricks? Untouchable. No rust-through galvanized bodies shrugging off salt like bad advice. Every few miles, a mini revelation hits. The wagon's cargo space, vast as a cabbie's confessional, swallowing bikes or regrets whole. Or that sunroof manual crank, but popping it open mid-cruise. Wind therapy pure. Subtle laugh. I once dated a girl who called these the ugly ducklings of the Autobahn, but drive one through a storm, and she's begging for a rematch. Emotional beat pulling over at dusk, engine ticking cool. I lean on the wheel and think of my old man. His 72 140B that towed us through 78's big freeze. These Volvos. They're that legacy, quiet heroes no one notices till the road gets real. And now the drop? That secret? Not just the tune inside the glove box, a faded logbook from the MCACN crew, detailing a one-off run to the '89 Canadian Grand Prix, smuggling parts in the trunk. Prototype bits, never released Volvo's whisper of a turbo experiment that could have birthed the 940 early. Gold, all right, winterproof, race-bred, hidden in plain sight. So, as the sun dips and these 8 sentinels wait for their next chapter, I got to ask, what's the one car in your garage that looks beat to hell but carries your soul like no other? Drop it below, let's trade war stories. Hit that bell if barn finds get your pulse racing, and I'll see you on the blacktop. Drive safe, dream dirty. Fade to black.